So 227-7777. Hey, we do have a special guest in the studio. Avery, how you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
Well, good. Now you're done driving the bus for just a little while.
Well, I've got a couple days left, and then it's summer break, but it's a busy summer.
Yeah. So you guys still, doing a lot of screen
We
printing
are
and whatnot?
still doing that. Still
Sure.
doing coffee mugs and things like that. Vinyl banners, things. We're just really rolling.
Good.
And so staying busy.
Nice. Now, what are you in here for today? You've got a movie you want to
Yes, today, Shiloh Films is a local movie company that we have. It's a ministry of our church, Shiloh Baptist Church. And basically, we are premiering a movie next Tuesday night at the Kaufman auditorium at 6:30. And this movie is a historical movie based on true events. Goes back to the American Revolution. And there are different things in the history that really play a part in the turning of the war that many people don't know about, and that's kind of what we're talking about. Starts with the aspect of course, when North Carolina was established, it was a state religion there, but there were people there that were not part of that state religion, and they wanted to have their own church. So a man named Shiloh Stearns, who was a Baptist pastor, came down into North Carolina. They established the First Baptist Church there at Sandy Creek, North Carolina, and eventually, as this began to grow, more people came in. There was a man named Governor Tryon, who was a British governor there. There were so many people that were not going to the state church that they began to tax them. And the tax burden began to get so oppressive that these men formed a group called the Regulators, which would meet with Tryon, try to discuss their grievances, and try to settle their differences, basically. Now, these people, these Baptists that were there, were always freedom, liberty-loving people, go and confront them. They met at a place called Alamance Creek. Alamance Creek is, some historians will say, it would be the first conflict leading to the American Revolution era. So some historians disagree with that, but it was a conflict that set disturbance throughout the colonies. And these men that were there, the Regulators, as they heard about the militia coming, they armed themselves and met them. After the battle, they fled into the hills of Tennessee in the mountains there, because Tryon began to go through and he began to burn the churches. He began to find their leaders. He was to the point that one man was drawn and quartered and sent throughout the colony as a warning. It was just a very gruesome time. And so these people fled for their lives. Somewhere around 9 years later, Tryon had been replaced by Lieutenant Ferguson, who was one of Cornwallis's lieutenants, and he was making a march through North Carolina. He sent word into Tennessee telling these men to stay put. If you don't, he said, we'll hang your leaders. Well, you don't just tell a bunch of disgruntled mountain men something like that. Well, they armed themselves, over 1,000 of them, came back across the mountains, met Ferguson at the Battle of Kings Mountain, and there, this decisive battle, historians agree that this is the turning point of the American Revolution. And there they were able to go up in and help George Washington capture Cornwallis and there capitulate his surrender. And so it's a part of American history that has been lost that we're telling in visual media, and it's all based on true events.
Neat.
Did you get all that?
That was a lot, but yeah.
Avery, that was like History 202.
I was going to say, it was more than History 101.
Wow.
Cool. That's a really unique thing to do.
How do you go about making a movie? I mean,
Trial and error.
Yeah.
And we have a wonderful young man that is wanted to make movies forever. If Hollywood ever got a hold of him, he would be making, just award-class movies. I know he's making those right now, and he's got an eye for cinematography. He'll tell us how to stand and what to say and what to do and how to walk into a scene, and we're like, how is this going to work? And then when you see it put together, it just blows you away. And he does an excellent job. We've got great people. All of our actors are volunteer. None of us make a dime off of anything that we do here, and this is basically an education ministry that we use, and in a fun way. We love doing it. Sometimes it's hard work. I was up just recently till over 3 o'clock in the morning doing voiceovers for him to fix some sound issues, and it just, sometimes it can be very tiring, but when you see the finished effect, it's so rewarding. It's amazing. And then when you hear how that it begins to be spread around to different places across the country and the effect that it has on people there, it's very rewarding.
So you're going to debut this next Tuesday night?
Tuesday night, Kaufman Auditorium, 6:30.
All right. And are we going to have passes on the shopping show? Is that
I have,
what will you
I have 50 tickets here that I'm leaving with you today.
Okay.
And
How much are they?
Admission at the door is $5. Children
Okay.
12 and under are free. Now, we do caution parents because this is a historical film. There are armed conflicts that this is dealing with. There is some what we call historical violence, dealing with some of the things, the persecution that they went through, and some of the armed conflicts. And so there will be some things. So we do caution parents that, please use some guidance in this as well. But for the most part, it is a family-friendly video, or film, I should say. It's actually, like an actual Hollywood production.
Mm-hmm.
And at 6:30 at the Kaufman auditorium, the movie will probably start playing around 7 o'clock. We're going to have a few things, presentations and things before the movie starts. And so, but tickets will be available at the door. But we're hoping that all 50 that we give you at the shopping show will be gone by the end of today.
Yeah.
And they can purchase tickets online as well at shilohfilms.org and go to the store page, and the tickets are available there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to see these sold, and I want to see some people there. So my inclination is to say I'm going to do a 2-for-1 because we're only like 6 days out.
That
okay?
sounds like a great plan. Two
So
for one.
give us $5, and we'll send 2 of you to the movies.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
produced here,
Locally, I think it's a great thing. That's really cool.
I'm so glad you came in.
Most of the video is shot within, I'd say, 25 miles of Marquette.
Cool.
A lot of it is on location at Fayette. We use a lot of their buildings for the things we do. And if you have hikers and people that are listening to this, they're probably going to recognize a lot of the locations where we've actually shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't tell exactly where, but if you go hiking in front of the Marquette Mountain, you'll probably see some of the river shots there you recognize, and some places up in Forestville and things like that. But it's a locally produced by local people, and just a fun thing to do. And we're hoping that folks come out and enjoy it.
I got to go to this.
Very cool.
This is all new to me. I know you've done things in the past, but so glad you came in, my friend.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, you guys, how cool. All right, Avery, we'll take care of that. We'll go check the trailer out next Tuesday night. Wow, all right. Thank you, man. All right. Aha.
It's a unique one, yeah, but something new for Marquette. Why not embrace it, It's next Tuesday night at Kaufman Auditorium. And we have your tickets 2-for-1 at 227-7777. All you have to do is give us a buzz.
And that's premiere night, the Over Mountain Men's Rise of the Regulators.
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh Films production, shot within 25 miles of Marquette. How fun, huh? 227-7777 is the number. Dial us up here today. Okay, 2-for-1 on these tickets. I'm not sure Dennis has those in, but we could start a list.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give us a call. We'll put them on. And we'll start writing numbers down, and no problem at all. American Revolution, so it's kind of about, historical themed movie, and it's available right now.
And you're going to notice some of the spots.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best part, is to see where, I think that's over by the Dead River. I think that's Marquette Mountain.
Within 20 miles of Marquette or so, they shot this movie, and their producer is an award-winning type,
Yep.
I mean, this guy really has an eye for it, and this is cinematic quality.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hollywood quality, okay? You're not going to have sci-fi and all that in this.
No.
No, this is a true...
And it's more about the representation of history in this one.
But it's not a documentary. It's a movie which has the action,
Yeah. It's
a
really a neat
documentary
thing.
kind of lays there sometimes.
It's true.
It's a little bit
It's
like
more
reading a history
factual.
book. Yeah. So this is premieres next Tuesday night. If you heard that interview, we'll post that somewhere. Where are we going to post that?
Well, we can do it at...
Would maybe Walt be able to post that, or Tony?
Sure, yeah. I'm sure to WFXD or
WFXD.com. We'll do that. We'll post that here in a little bit here. By noon today.
Sure.
WFXD.com. You could hop on there and listen to that interview again, but it's Shiloh Films. It's a production locally. Okay, premieres at Kaufman Auditorium.
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday, 6:30.
And we're running 2-for-1 tickets. So all you do is just call us for more information. Just grab a couple tickets and go. It'll be a fun time. 227-77...